I'm Dinah Dunn, and I'm a member of the Lehigh Valley Professionals chapter of Engineers Without Borders. In 2009, we started our first international project with the Centennial Secondary School in Sierra Leone, which was established by U.S. missionaries in the 1950s as the first co-educational boarding school in Sierra Leone. It quickly became one of the best schools in Sierra Leone. However, economic conditions in this country in the 80s and the Civil War of the 90s left much of the school in ruin. When our team first visited Centennial in early 2010, we found that 1,000 students attended a school each day with no running water or electricity, very rudimentary sanitation, and crumbling buildings. Over the course of the next 8 years and 10 trips, we partnered with the Centennial School to restore water, sanitation, and electricity in order to improve the educational outcome at the school. From the start of this program, a dedicated staff at EWB National, with the aid of our partners in the Rotary Club, the school board, the UBC Church of Sierra Leone, and the Peace Corps, kept our team focused on the sustainability aspects, which meant using appropriate technology with locally sourced materials and ensuring that the Centennial School community had the training and resources to continue to maintain any systems well beyond our involvement, as well as an understanding of the importance of a maintenance culture. We officially closed out our program with the Centennial School in January of 2018. However, we still maintain contact with the school. Within the last 6 months, the school expanded the water distribution system on their own and successfully addressed a failure with the circuit board in their solar water pump. These projects have done more than enable running water and electric lights. Perhaps most significantly, they've bolstered the confidence and energy of the community. Over the past few years, the school has increased enrollment by 50%, energized teacher investment, and dramatically increased test scores. In the following video, you will hear more about these projects and their impacts from teachers and administrators at the school and other EWB team members.
Yeah, my name is Sulaiman Senge. I'm the principal of the senior secondary school, otherwise we call the high school. At Centennial, I've served for the past 26 years now, but I've been principal in this school for the past 4 years.
My name is Albert Shuvila Masako. I came to this school as a transfer student in Form 4 in 1976. I am the oldest teacher now in this school. I have taught here for about 30 years.
I want to Nkuruma. I teach home economics.
Where I'm Miss Olive Rovina Toka. I'm teaching at the Centennial Secondary School.
This school was established in 1955. That's 63 years ago. It was established by then by the missionaries from the United States of America. At its establishment, the facilities were actually very, very good, like the water system we are talking about, the sanitation. I think things were, the infrastructure, the buildings, they were quite okay. But as years went by, because of lack of proper management, and then the war now that came into the country, had almost everything vandalized. Even in terms of documents, there are documents students will come, they want me to find for them, I can't access them here because everything was vandalized.
The rebels vandalized all our equipment, and most of the things, the items we had in school we are making use of to teach the children, they are taken away by the rebels.
So when we came, we started organizing ourselves as old students to rebuild the school. At the end, Mr. Joe Abu came to our aid to help rebuild the school. So they organized themselves as a team they called EWB. I was one of the teachers when they came who signed a 5 years contract with EWB. And a board was formed called CRIB, which I was the financial secretary.
But after the war now, we have got some partners coming in to help us in some areas. It used to be a very good school with boarding home facilities for boys and girls. We have just been able to get the girls again in the boarding home this very term. just September last year, because the facility for the girls, the dormitories, the dining hall have been rehabilitated. So the girls have been enrolled for the first time after 15 or more years in the boarding home again.
You see, so actually we are just managing the school until when EWB came to our aid and started developing the school by putting up buildings, renovating buildings, toilet facilities, water facilities, and even the solar system that we are enjoying now.
Engineers Without Borders have done several projects in our school. To start with, when we came back from the war, the sanitation system in the school was very, very poor. In fact, we had no bathrooms or restrooms for students and even for teachers. Students and teachers used to go to the nearby bushes or the river that you see by this campus. That was where some of them used to go, even to fetch water and even to ease themselves. But with the partnership with the Engineers Without Borders, we now have the bathrooms for boys and girls, for female teachers, for male teachers. So that was their very first intervention.
When the EWB came, we started development. We started with the toilets facilities. Because when they came, they asked us what was the immediate needs. We said we need toilet facilities. And we did that one for boys and girls. The male staff and the female staff have their own departments.
In the area of water facilities also, we had no standing pipes. We had no tap water system. Even the wells were not there. But when they came in, they gave us some hand pump system, and later they converted it to solar powered water system. So as we talk to you now, you see we have semblance of clean drinking water on campus.
After that, we made a request for water system, because you cannot use a toilet, a flush toilet, without water. So they dug a well for us up there, and they brought a solar system to drive the water from the well to the tank. And the water from the tank is being distributed to all various points.
Thinking of the electricity facility,
Yes,
those are
yes,
the things. You know, when you think of electricity brings development in a country. Now that we have the quality of electricity in our school, we are proud of it. That is one of the things we have. Thinking of sanitation is good. It's really good. Then thinking of the water facility, now we can boast of water everywhere, even in the toilets. Everything is well and good.
Really, it's a great help to even the children, more the children at the examination classes, because at night they come into the school classrooms where we have lights all over, and they study, because some of them don't even have the opportunities or even the devices to study at home. But now that we have light system, they come in the evening in the compound to study.
And then to come to even the administrative block where we are now, that's why we have light system. We can use the fan to make this office a bit conducive. We can print question papers and other documents as a school administration. The reason behind it is the electricity, the solar power we have in this administrative block. And so even as the school administration, they've built up our capacity to be able to function effectively.
Now the reason why the school is growing is because of the assistance of the EWB. Some of these facilities that are now on is motivating students from other schools, from other towns to come to Centennial for these facilities they are seeing. But we have light facilities, we have toilet facilities, we have buildings being rehabilitated. So all those things are motivating people to send their children to Centennial.
So we are really proud of Centennial because everything is just modernizing, you know. Then we appreciate those that think of us from the diaspora, when they help us to help the children in the school, we are so impressed. Then when we are seeing you coming around, we feel so good that we are motivating, and the school is motivating. Yes.
The school, of course, is one of the most renowned schools in this part of the district. There are other secondary schools in this part of the district, but Centennial being the oldest, and it is the only approved senior secondary school. There are other ones developing. So a lot of parents want their children to come here. And we are really thankful to God, to our partners, for bringing us this far. Because at some point in time, it was very shameful for people who knew about this school, knowing what the facilities were like, and knowing what they are now. I think we are hopeful that things are getting better indeed.
The first trip to Sierra Leone was for an assessment in January 2010. The team's mission was to gather enough technical and organizational information to determine if this was a viable partnership. In February 2011, the team installed urinals and hand-washing facilities while planning for more complex water, power, and sanitation projects. The number one goal for the students was to have lights for evening study, as many have no lanterns at home. Using solar power, the team provided lighting for 3 classrooms. The main focus of this trip was well drilling. It was a real challenge to get the drilling rig to Mattru, but in the end, the team hit a gusher and installed a hand pump. The team also worked with the PTA to establish a maintenance fund paid for by an additional student fee. In February 2013, the renovation of the boys' and girls' bathhouses was completed, including installation of bucket flush toilets and ground gutters. These are the first flush toilets on campus since before the Civil War. This trip was to install a water distribution system to tap stands in the bathhouses. This included installing a solar array to provide power to an electric well pump. Trenches were dug by the students to lay pipe that would deliver water from the well to a storage tank. Clean drinking water was available on the campus for the first time in decades. In 2014, the team replaced the chemistry building roof and ceiling. The team also led a 5-year visioning process with all of the key members of the school community. The participants chose goals for the school and what role EWB would play in some of those goals. Amazingly, the school has already reached or exceeded those goals. In 2016, another large solar PV system was installed, this time for the administration building, which provided power for computers, printers, lights, and AV equipment. This was the last installation trip to Centennial, and it included power and lights for the library, an extension of the water system, and additional PV modules for the administration building system. The library is now open for evening work, and computer classes are held there during the day. This was the final official trip to Centennial. EWB has a formal closeout process, and sustainability is one of the key factors in any EWB project. The team gave Centennial high marks for its ongoing care of the systems.